For as long as football has been played, the number 10 has been more than just a shirt. It's a symbol, the number every kid dreams of wearing. It's the number of the creators, the magicians, the players who make you fall in love with the game.
But here's Messi, away from 2, 3, 4, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How good is he?
And now, we have two new number 10s at the two biggest clubs in the world. In Spain, it has always meant something special to wear the number. At Barca, legends like Ronaldinho and Messi turned the 10 into pure magic, dominating the league with their genius skills.
Now Ronaldinho, oh, it's a terrific goal! Wonderful, wonderful goal!
At Real Madrid, the number has been worn by artists like Luka Modric, Puskas, and Figo, players who could control the game with just one touch.
So now Luka Modric making some shooting space, hits the post and in! And Real Madrid equalise!
For years, the number 10 has always stood for brilliance, for greatness, for the ability to change everything in a single moment. So the change in numbers for both Yamal and Mbappé feels symbolic. It feels like the start of a new era. For over a decade, it was Messi vs Ronaldo, two giants playing for two massive clubs, two players who took football to a level we'd never seen before. But time moves on, and now a new rivalry is here. Barca made it official. Lamine Yamal will wear the legendary number 10 shirt. For a club like Barca, the number 10 shirt isn't just a piece of fabric, it's a part of the club's history. It's Messi, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Maradona. It's the number that defines magic at the Camp Nou. And now it belongs to a teenager who's already playing like a superstar. This move has been in the works for a while. Yamal didn't want to take the number while his close friend Ansu Fati still had it, out of respect. And he asked the club to wait after his 18th birthday before announcing it officially. Now the timing feels perfect. Barca's best player has been given their most iconic shirt. For years, Barca fans wondered if they'd ever see someone like Messi again. Someone who wasn't just good, but magical. A player who made the impossible look easy. And then, this kid showed up. Lamine Yamal isn't just talented. It feels like he was destined to wear the Barca number 10 shirt. The teenage wonder kid has already been carrying the weight of history on his back. The way he moves, the way he dribbles, the way he sees the game. The ball is glued to his feet. He sees passes most other players don't even think of. It's like Neymar and Messi had a baby. Already we have seen him be the difference maker in big games. In the 2025 season, he played 55 games for Barcelona in all competitions, scoring 18 goals and giving 25 assists. That's 43 goal contributions in one season while playing over 4,500 minutes. A crazy amount of football for someone his age. In fact, when he was injured, we saw just how important he was to Barca. They look toothless without him, and it makes sense. Every play goes through the young Spaniard, and that's obvious to anyone who watches Barca regularly. So if you find yourself speaking to someone who keeps bringing up the fact that Yamal only has 9 La Liga goals, just remember that you're talking to someone who hasn't watched a single second of Yamal's games live. There's a reason all the pundits, current players, and former players praise Yamal.
Messi wasn't doing what this kid's been doing at 17 and 16 years old.
Yeah, he's top, man. Honestly, he's doing what he's doing at his age, you know. It's not normal.
He's scoring unbelievable goals, making assists out of nowhere.
No one does it. I don't think I've seen that level of 17-year-olds.
Meanwhile, his haters are nobodies on the internet who are hiding behind a fake profile picture. What's great about him is he's never scared.
Miedo, lo dejé en el parque, mataron hace tiempo.
He knows the weight of the number 10 legacy. The pressure that comes with it is insane. Messi scored 709 goals in that jersey. Ronaldinho brought joy to an entire fan base with it. Before them, legends like Rivaldo, Romario, and even Maradona carried it. The number 10 at Barca isn't just for great players. It's for players who lift the whole club. Players who make the world watch in awe. Yamal knows every fan is hoping he'll be the next one, and he looks ready for it. He already feels like that kind of player. He's been breaking records since debuting at 15 years old. He's won La Liga, the Copa del Rey, starred in the Champions League, and even carried Spain to glory at the Euros, all before he was even legally able to drink. In just over 100 games for Barca, he's done more than most players dream of in a career. And it's great to see because when Messi left in 2021, there was a huge hole. The club needed someone to bring that spark back. The feeling that anything was possible. Slowly but surely, Yamal has been doing exactly that. Every time he steps on the pitch, there's excitement. He has the skill, the vision, the confidence to change a game on his own. He isn't just trying to beat players. He's trying to embarrass them. Of course, there will always be comparisons to Messi. That's just the weight of the number 10 shirt. But Yamal isn't here to be the next Messi. He's here to make his own story, to write his own chapter in this legendary jersey. And if you've seen what he's already done at this age, you know that he's more than worthy of wearing it. For Barca fans, seeing Yamal with the number 10 feels like the start of a new era. The shirt that once belonged to the greatest player ever is now on the back of a teenager who could be football's next big legend. It's a blessing and a massive responsibility, but if anyone can handle it, it's Lamine Yamal. Cause at a young age, his big game catalog is already insane. Let's start with one of his favorite victims, Real Madrid. After years of being tormented by Messi, Real Madrid fans now have to endure the wrath of Barca's new number 10, Lamine Yamal. It might be worse now though, because back then Messi would dance past a bunch of players, score, and then point to the sky. Yamal will score on you and then tell you to calm down. And if you're not careful and he embarrasses you in a game, you're gonna see yourself on TikTok the next day. He made history in October of 2024, becoming the youngest player ever to score in El Clasico. And it wasn't some Ronaldo-esque tap-in either. It was Barcelona's third goal and a 4-0 beating of their biggest rival. Yamal stayed calm, slotting the ball past one of the best goalkeepers in the world with his weaker right foot. At the Bernabeu, a stadium famous for its noise and pressure, the crowd went silent. Moments earlier, they were booing him. Now they were watching a 17-year-old dribble past their whole team as if they were Manchester United. Yamal told the home crowd to calm down, then flashed them with his braces. It was the moment that everyone knew the kid had arrived. Then came the Spanish Super Cup final in January of 2025 in Saudi Arabia. Barca faced Madrid again, and this time Madrid scored first, but Yamal wasn't having it. He stepped up and got Barcelona's first goal.
Lovely drop of the shoulder from Lamine Yamal. He keeps his balance, he keeps his head, and he equalises for Barcelona!
Completely changing the game's momentum. From that point on, Barca dominated and won 5-2. It was a humiliation for Madrid, a spanking. They were bent over, and another statement game from Yamal. A 17-year-old was deciding a major final against one of the biggest clubs in the world, helping Barcelona lift their 15th Spanish Super Cup. Then in the Copa del Rey final, Yamal showed his elite playmaking. In the 12th minute, he sliced Madrid's defense with a perfect pass to Pedri for the opener.
Lamine Yamal squares it. Pedri's onto it! What a stunning way to open this Copa del Rey final up!
Madrid had 5 players swarming him, yet he still found the space to create magic. That's when you know a player is worthy of the number 10 shirt at Barca, when it takes multiple defenders just to have a chance at slowing him down. Later, when Barca were losing, Yamal delivered another pinpoint assist to Ferran Torres to make it 2-2. Everything Barca did in attack went through him. Then in extra time, Jules Koundé scored the winner, and Barcelona took home the Copa del Rey trophy. After the match, Yamal summed it up perfectly. He said Madrid could not handle Barca, and he was right. And he showed it again in another El Clasico. This time, Barca were down 2-0 when Yamal scored. Left foot from the right side into the corner. The type of goal we saw time and time again from a certain number 10 at Barca. Once again, he celebrated with the calma. That's how composed he is. That even when he comes up with a moment of magic, he doesn't let it get to his head. It's almost like he expects to score. It's funny, Real Madrid thought that they survived the Messi era, but now they have a new nightmare to deal with. It's not just about the goals or assists. It's the feeling you get watching him play. That same feeling that Messi gave you. That's why people are starting to believe Yamal isn't just another talent. He might be the chosen one to lead Barcelona into a new era of greatness. All of this earned him a long-term contract with Barca until 2031, one of the biggest salaries of the club. Yamal has already shown why he deserves Barcelona's iconic number 10 shirt. He's performed under pressure. He's created chances like a true playmaker. He's delivered big moments in big games, and is breaking records that only legends like Messi once held. The previous young star who wore the number 10 shirt wasn't able to fulfill its legacy. Injuries, pressure, who knows what was the main factor. But the reality was that Ansu Fati was not able to carry on the legacy of the number 10. But Yamal is different. He could stop playing football tomorrow and he would have already surpassed Fati's legacy. At such a young age, he's not just the future. He's already here, carrying the weight of Barca's famous number 10 like it was made for him. On the other side, Real Madrid have Kylian Mbappé.
Thuram! Mbappé! Oh wow! He is an awesome force of nature!
The superstar finally in white, ready to dominate La Liga and the world, their new number 10. In 2025, Mbappé wore the number 9 in his debut year in Madrid and absolutely tore it up. 44 goals in 59 games, winning his first European Golden Shoe. But now with Luka Modric leaving for AC Milan, the number 10 has opened up, and there's no better player to take it than Kylian Mbappé. Now, I'll be honest, when I think of Real Madrid and iconic numbers, my mind immediately goes to the number 7, Raul, Cristiano Ronaldo. These are Madrid's biggest icons, their greatest player. But while the number 10 might not be associated with Los Blancos right away, Mbappé is still following a long history of legendary players to have worn that number. It's been worn by some of the greatest to ever play the game. Copa, Puskas, Figo, Ozil, Luka Modric. The list is full of legends. These were players who defined eras. Players who were more than just scorers or passers, they were game changers. Mbappé now steps into that line of greatness, adding his own name to a list that has shaped football history. Mbappé has already shown that he's that type of player. He's not just fast, he's lightning. He's not just a finisher, he's a complete forward who can create, score, and dominate any defense in the world. You know how good you have to be that even after you scored 40 plus goals in a season, everybody around you thinks that you could have done more? At PSG, he became a superstar. For France, he's been the main man for years, leading them to a World Cup and nearly doing it again. Now at Madrid, he's ready to take that next step, to be the face of the club, maybe even the face of football, while wearing the legendary number 10. There's a certain weight that comes with the shirt. It's not just a number, it's a symbol of creativity, leadership, and magic on the pitch. From Puskas' insane goal record, to Figo's elegance, to Modric's genius, Madrid number 10s have always been special, and Mbappé has everything it takes to carry that legacy and make it his own. After one season, he's already shown that he can handle the pressure of the Bernabeu. Now, with the number 10 on his back, it feels like a new era for Real Madrid. The club's past legends set the bar high, but if there's anyone who can live up to it, maybe even surpass it, it's Kylian Mbappé. And this really could be the start of something historic. The Frenchman was already wearing the number 10 for his country, and now he gets to continue that legacy at one of the biggest clubs in the world. I never really associated Mbappé with the number 10, to be honest. I thought KM7 was perfect. An athletic left winger who can bang in goals. Someone who idolized Cristiano Ronaldo. It would have been fitting for him to wear the number 7 shirt at Madrid. Even 9 looked a bit off, kind of like when Ronaldo wore 9 in those early seasons. I always associated the number 10 to a creative playmaker, like James Rodriguez. Modric wore it, Figo wore it, but even they earned remembered as the number 10 of Madrid. I feel like Modric is still associated with the number 19 he wore when Madrid won La Decima. Figo is still associated with the number 7 by many. Mbappé is the same. He isn't a classic number 10, but maybe that's a good thing. He's something different, a pure superstar, a modern finisher, maybe even the first non-playmaker number 10 to truly own that shirt at Madrid. Despite both of them now rocking the number 10 shirt, the rivalry between Yamal and Mbappé has been brewing for years. They've gone head to head multiple times both at the club and international level. It started back in 2024 when Mbappe's PSG faced Barça. Yamal was cooking that game, consistently getting the better of Nuno Mendes, one of the best left backs in the world. But he got twisted like a pretzel every time Yamal had the ball. He set up Rafinha's goal, tore apart PSG's defense, and looked like the most dangerous player on the pitch. Unfortunately though, Araujo had his annual bozo moment, got sent off, and Xavi decided to sub Yamal out. As a result, Yamal's masterclass was forgotten. Mbappé took the headlines as he scored a brace to send PSG to the semifinals. It was the first time the two had met, and Mbappé had gotten the win. Then came Euro 2024, and the stage was even bigger. Mbappé, freshly signed to Real Madrid, was supposed to be the man carrying football's next era. There was even more hype around this game because of Rabiot's comments before the match.
On a vu que c'était un joueur qui savait très bien gérer la pression, qui a beaucoup de qualité, qui est capable de jouer aussi bien en club que là dans un tournoi majeur. Mais je pense que ce sera à nous de lui mettre la pression surtout, de ne pas le laisser dans le confort, que pour pouvoir jouer une finale d'Euro, il faudra en faire bien plus que ce qu'il a fait jusqu'à présent.
The 16-year-old did what any teenager would do. He posted a cheesy motivational line on Instagram and then went out and embarrassed France.
Yamal, lovely little check and looking for the top corner! Lamine Yamal has lit up these European Championships.
Mbappé could only watch helplessly as Yamal made history as the youngest ever scorer in the Euros. This wasn't a one-off moment either. The two met again in Nations League. The Euros game had hype because of Rabiot's comments before the game. This game had hype because of Yamal's comments about Dembélé and the Ballon d'Or.
Que, no sé, yo soy de los que vota al mejor jugador del año, pero la gente quiere jugar a la Copa.
Well, Yamal backed up his talk on that Thursday night, and don't worry, Rabiot was involved again. He fouls Yamal in the box, gives away a penalty, and the 17-year-old stepped up and buried it like he'd been playing football for 20 years. Not long after, he scored again.
Pedro Porro, and down for Lamine Yamal! The sort of goal that has Ballon d'Or written all over it.
Making it 4-1 and sealing the win for France. Once again, against one of the best teams in the world, Yamal completely stole the show. What makes this even crazier is how he did it. Everybody knows Yamal is left-footed. At the time, out of his 31 career goals, 29 of them came from that magical left boot. Teams try to force him onto his weaker foot, but Yamal doesn't care. Even when defenders think they've got him locked down, he finds a way. Against France, he pulled off a strange but pretty nice finish with his left, almost toe poking the ball in when it looked impossible. The keeper didn't even move until it was already past him. That's why Yamal is different. He doesn't need both feet to destroy defenses. He has a left foot so good, so unpredictable, that even world-class defenders and goalies can't stop him. And once again, just like in the Euros, France had no answer. Yamal was once again running the show. As if battling it out on the international stage wasn't enough, the two have gone head-to-head multiple times now domestically. Besides the first El Clasico where Mbappé frankly looked like he forgot how to play football, him and Yamal have always been two of the best players on the pitch. In the Supercopa final, Mbappé was by far and away Madrid's best player. The issue has been that whenever Mbappé has performed well, his team has not. He scored the opening goal and looked like the only player looking to actually win, yet the rest of the Madrid team stood around playing with their balls as Barca spanked them 5-2. In the Copa del Rey, the same thing. He came off the bench to score, causing that has Mbappé scored a free kick Twitter account to deactivate, and it looked like Madrid were gonna win. But that defense with Rudiger has more holes than Swiss cheese and Yamal carved them open. So again, Mbappe's great performance was forgotten. Then came the title-deciding El Clasico at the end of the 2025 season. Poor Mbappé, but he scored a hat-trick and his team let him down again. He came out flying, carving Barca's defense open like your local hooker. His speed and agility were too much for the Blaugrana to handle. It looked like Mbappé was back to his best again. Sadly though, as great as he's been individually, football is a team sport. He has gone better and better in each El Clasico, but it's not been enough. Now many of you are probably wondering, does a shirt number really matter that much? I mean, Lassana Diarra wore the number 10 at one point in Madrid, and Fati was wearing the same number at Barca. While sometimes the iconic numbers can go to the wrong players, there is no doubt that there's a level of status with the number 10 shirt that you don't see with any other number. Its history goes deep, even outside of La Liga. Think about Pelé for Brazil, Maradona and Messi for Argentina. Certain numbers mean certain things, not just positionally but also based on status, and different numbers have different impacts at different clubs. For example, the number 10 means a lot more in Madrid and Barca than it would at a club like Arsenal, where the number 14 would definitely be more iconic. Some numbers just have aura, and the number 10 is definitely one of those numbers, especially at Barca. It's a number that naturally carries a lot of weight. When Mbappé puts on Real Madrid's number 10 and Yamal wears Barcelona's 10, it does three things at once. It lifts their brand, it raises their status inside the club, and it shapes how the world talks about them. Numbers are the simplest branding tools in sports. One digit can tell you who the main character is. CR7, LM10. The number 10 specifically says creator, match winner. Again, think about Pelé, Maradona, Ronaldinho, Messi, Modric, and now Mbappé and Yamal. The number 10 is also like a job description. It tells everybody, from your teammates to the opponent, that you will carry the play and the pressure. For Mbappé at Madrid, moving to 10 means he isn't just a finisher in a super team. He's the face and main man of the attack. For Yamal, taking Barca's 10 links him to a line of artists who lifted the club to the highest levels possible. Think about what Dino did for Barca. Think about the levels Barca reached with Messi. The number publicly confirms what the pitch shows you. Give me the ball and I'll make the difference. Then there's the marketing and business angle. Numbers sell shirts. Look at the record-breaking numbers that Yamal's number 10 Barca shirt had. Watch how many people are now gonna rock an Mbappé number 10 Real Madrid shirt. You can get yourself one too, by the way. Just go to buygamejerseys.com and use code PETTALKS at checkout. When we think of football legends, we think of their numbers too. That one digit becomes a part of their story. If Mbappé wins big trophies in Madrid wearing the number 10, those photos will live forever in the club's history. If Yamal builds a new era at Barca with 10 on his back, he won't just be a star player, he'll be the number 10 who followed Messi. A number can turn a good season into a legendary era. Now of course, wearing number 10 isn't easy. It comes with pressure, comparisons, and criticism when things go wrong, but that's what makes it special. Taking the 10 is like saying, I'm ready to be that guy. Fans respect that confidence. It makes the story bigger and the connection between the players and supporters stronger. For Mbappé and Yamal, the 10 doesn't just show who they are now. It's shaping who they'll be remembered as. Leaders, icon. The way we saw Messi and Ronaldo, the younger generation is going to see Yamal and Mbappé in the same light. A lot of kids are going to want to wear the number 10 because of those two. Now, as good as Yamal and Mbappé are, they will never be Ronaldo and Messi. To see just how crazy the two were in their prime, you gotta watch this video right here.